Hello. Okay, so I'm here. Thank you for joining me, Cozy Cup of Tarot. I've got a nice little pick a card reading for you today. So take a look at the cards. We've got three messages from some unusual animals. And go ahead and pick whichever one is really speaking to you today, okay? So this could be the type of animal, it could be the colors, it could be or it could be the message, whichever one is really calling out to you. We've got the honey badger, strengthen your resolve and your tenacity. We've got the mayfly, live life to the fullest. And we've got the shrew, work hard for the things you want. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to kind of think about it, and then you can skip ahead into the video to take a look at your deck. We're going to do a 3-card reading, past, present, and future. Okay, so if you chose the honey badger, this is your reading. So the honey badger says strengthen your resolve and tenacity. So a little bit about this guy. He is a survivor. He is, you can even say, a little bit of a warrior. He will get himself out of any situation no matter what. He's pretty good at, like if he's entrapped, he'll find a way to get himself out of it. He's known to travel up to 20 miles for a meal. He'll get stung repeatedly by bees just to be able to feast on honey and bean larvae. That's his favorite food. And yeah, so this guy he just plows through any freaking challenge. Any challenge you give him, he will plow through it. So that is what we are starting your reading off with today. So let's take a look at the tarot cards. We're going to look at past, present, and future. All right. Okay, so in the past, it looks like you've got the strength in reverse. Okay, so there was a situation here that you felt like you lost control over. This is really, a feeling of helplessness, of, well, I mean, the opposite of strength is weakness, right? So just feeling this sort of lack of control over your circumstances, kind of giving up. Like that's what that card is telling us too. You're sort of just giving up on this circumstance because you just don't think that there's any control that you have over it anymore. You could be sort of like guarding your resources here. Or, it could be that you've grown like incredibly impatient with whatever this situation here is representing. This could be a work situation, it could be a relationship. Whatever it is, something here made you feel like I can't, deal with this anymore. It's also representative of like internal control, so self-control. So, it could be that you lost patience, but you also lost like some self-control as well. Like maybe you just don't trust yourself anymore in that particular situation, to stay calm, to stay restrained, to think rationally. Okay, so it's like, in the upright, it's sort of like taming our wild passions and desires. But in, the reverse, it's like kind of letting all of that take over. So that was in the past. in the present, you're walking away. I mean, so whatever this was, you're fed up, you've had it up to here, and you are just walking away from it. You're leaving something behind, and you're disappointed by all that has happened. But you are willing to like face that uncertain journey, that uncertain future, and say goodbye to the past. We do have in this card, we do have the different pairs of animals there, which I really like how this card is depicted. Let's take a look at that real quick. So there, we've got the 8 surrounding animals, the 2 swans, the dragonflies, the songbirds, the moths. So she's regretting how her life turned out and realized that she must now move on and search for the missing piece. The water underneath symbolizes her unsettled emotional state. The path of rocks she walks on shows the challenging journey that she now ventures on. Okay, so we've lost control, we've lost hope, but we're moving forward and we're leaving it behind. And that's the current state right now. Whatever this was left you feeling pretty emotionally vulnerable and pretty out of sorts. But let's take a look at your future. I mean, hello, you're finding your way and you're finding balance. And I'm trying to find my camera to refocus. Come on. There we go. So you're restoring balance into your life. This can be like multitasking. This can be, you're doing it. You're doing it. And it's not easy, but you're getting back on your feet. And you're showing flexibility and adaptability to this situation. And you're showing some grace under it. So I see you, like, I like this progression. This is really a great progression. You've left behind whatever this maybe toxic situation was, and it was hard, but you're starting to balance all the pieces in your life, and it's starting to come together. So, strengthen your resolve and tenacity, like the honey badger. Whatever the challenges that you face right now, you're getting into honey badger energy and you're just going to knock it out one by one. Yeah, beautiful reading, guys. All right. Stay tuned if your reading was the mayfly. Okay, so we are back here with another reading. If you were the mayfly, welcome, welcome. So we've got, let's talk a little bit about the mayfly first. So live life to the fullest. So this is an insect that doesn't live very long. Once it reaches adulthood, it's got about 5 seconds to live. Its main purpose is to mate and procreate, and then it is gone. So it has a very short lifespan, possibly the shortest lifespan of any adult creature. It's just not around for very long. And so, the mayfly is reminding us that we also have, in the grand scheme of things, we're not here for very long. And we have to make the most of it. We have to be sure that we are, are adding to our cup, and that we're, living life to the fullest, taking every advantage of it, expelling the things that don't serve us, welcoming the things that do. I think it also is reminding us to be thankful and to be appreciative of this sort of miracle of life that we do get to have for such a short period. Okay, so let's get into your tarot cards. So we've got the Ten of Wands in the past. So we've got past, present, future here. We've got the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is about like you had a goal, you reached your goal, and now your goal is it's overwhelming, right? So you maybe you've climbed your way up the ladder, and now you've got more work than you know what to do with. Okay, I mean, I feel like this is a pretty common thing, pretty common thing in today's world. It's like you started a business and now you've got too many orders, too many referrals, too much, and it's overwhelming, and you've lost that passion, that you started with, because it just became a mess. I mean, look at all the flowers. I mean, beautiful flowers, but look, she can barely hold them up. It's taking a toll on her. So this is you in the past, okay? In the present moment, you've got the Chariot. So whatever this was, you are starting to really take control and just manage and organize and you're taking back the reins. You're taking back power from this situation that left you a friggin' mess. The Chariot is also this sort of slow moving, well, in this deck, it's a snail. So it's kind of the slow moving energy here. But it's about like taking action. It's about discipline, willpower, and also like just really like taking your time to think things through methodically, clearing a path, clearing a path to your destination. So it's going to take some time, it's going to take some time, but you are starting on that path with way better focus than you had before. Okay, way better focus. It's almost like you're in the middle of a reset situation here. Okay. In the future, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So whatever this goal is, this journey that you're on, that you're moving towards, I mean, this could be anything. This could be, I'm looking at this more as like business, like maybe, work or business goals. But, it could be both. Like wands tend to be more like passions, it could have been like some kind of hobby that you started out with, or some kind of artistic endeavor, something. And, something that you were passionate about. And now you're sort of taking the reins back, moving towards it at a slower pace than before, but with a lot more clarity, a lot more control, a lot more focus. And in the future, you are going to find people to help you. That's probably what you were lacking to begin with, right? Like finding others to collaborate with, finding a team, finding others to build with. We can't all do it alone. We just cannot do it alone. And I think you're learning that lesson right now. Like, you're going to need help. You're going to need teams and collaboration and partnerships. And so your resources that you're missing, I think, is really like people resources, right? Other people, networking. All right. Awesome. I love this reading. So how does the mayfly fit in here? I mean, I think the mayfly is really like um, fits with your with your Ten of Wands over here. You know, it's like you are uh, you've got to take advantage of, you're missing out on life, you know, if all you're doing is picking, you know, working all the time. Like, just, I mean, it sounds nice to be picking flowers, right, every day, but but the flowers are representative of, like, you know, harvesting and you know, picking your harvest and just having too much on um, your plate, you know. So waking up every day, being grateful for the opportunities you have, absolutely, but also, like, we've got to work in some time for you, you know. We've got to be able to, like, take advantage of the time you have, make sure you're enjoying what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's gonna be difficult. So, all right. Awesome. I was like, I am so happy with what is coming out today, with these readings today. It just seems like there's some real positive energy floating around right now. So that is your reading if you are the Mayfly. Please stay tuned if your animal was the shrew. Yep. Where we go? Oh, there we go. Dun-dun-doo. Oh. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, here we are. Hello. Straighten these cards out. Oh my, I got a real slippery surface here. Okay. All right, hello. So your animal is the shrew, and he is saying work hard for the things that you want. Okay. So the shrew is pretty tenacious. He works hard. He doesn't sleep much, which I would not recommend. But, you know, the point here is that he'll endure some hardship, some short term hardship for some long-term happiness. He's a real survivor. So he doesn't, you know, he has to eat like 3 times his body weight just to survive. And he never sleeps more than minutes at a time, because even a few hours without food could kill him. Okay, so he has to kind of be always on guard. All right, he has to always really be making sure that he's taking care of himself. You know, I think this is like a reminder that it's really on us, right, to get things done in the world. It's on us to take care of ourselves. And even though, yes, we can't, you know, we don't live in a vacuum, we do need other people and resources and help, you can't be solely dependent on that. You know, you really can't, because ultimately you are your biggest cheerleader. Everybody else is busy with their crap, you know, and they can lend a hand here and there, but I mean, it's just human nature to be more concerned about yourself than anyone else, you know. You are your best friend. Okay, so that's enough about the shrew, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Page of Swords. This is the past, present, and future. In your past, looks like you've been studying, right? Looks like you've been getting some knowledge. You maybe have been at school. Yeah, you've been working hard towards something, and the Page of Swords is like, he's a smarty pants. He is, you know, has very intelligent, very curious. All the pages tend to be like students in some way or another, or messengers, and um, they. Let's see here. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, so this doesn't have to necessarily be like you went to school or something formal. It could be also just like you've been really investing in your own self growth. You've been watching a lot of webinars. You've been reading the self-help books. You've just been gathering as much knowledge as you can about some sort of topic, and you have some goals for what you're going to do with all that knowledge. This is about accomplishment, expanding your mind, expanding your ideas, right? That's what this whole what do you call it, it's not a flower. It's like a, uh, dandelion. There we go. Okay. Word finding. So I need to do some studying. So, so you got a dandelion here, right? And that's what it's representing. It's like exploding with ideas. Okay. I guess this is supposed to be like, instead of a light bulb, we've got this beautiful dandelion that's expanding out. Oh, I'm sorry that my camera is having problems today. Okay, Page of Wands. So this was you in the past. Oh, stop it. Please stop it. Okay. This was you in the past. This is you in the present moment. I'm going to get my hands out of the way. Maybe that's what's doing it. And in the present moment, you are exploring, okay? This could be like you finished school and now you're looking for a job, right? Or you're exploring like what your options are out there with how you're going to utilize your newfound skills or knowledge. So you're on a path of exploration right now, which is really wise, I think, figuring out, looking at all your options. You're also like, it's a path of exploration, but also like creativity, right? And adventure. So you're out here, you're looking for a new adventure. And you've got the confidence, you went through all the schooling, all the knowledge, and now you've got the confidence, to go out and find inspiration, and blaze your own trail, right? This is like the trailblazer right now. Maybe you've been studying up on how to start your own business, okay? And you're ready to go blaze that trail. In the future, we've got Four of Pentacles. So this is you like kind of being a bit of a spendthrift, I would say. Not in a bad way. I think you're just being very conservative about your resources here. You may just be starting out either with a work or with a with a new job, and so you are planning, right? You're planning out financially in the future, how you're going to accomplish your goals. So this is like, there's going to be a period, I think, where you're going to need to really like pull back the purse strings and do some really careful planning. This can also represent generosity. It doesn't have to be it could be the other end of the extreme. Like maybe this is like you do find that job and you're finally feeling like you can, spend a little more on certain things, but I'm not too sure about that. I think read with the rest of these cards, I think this is more like you just being real careful right now with your resources. Not necessarily like a scarcity mindset, like that would be more in the upright position, but just like more like just being prudent, being really prudent and realistic about how you're going to obtain your goals. Maybe you find someone to help you with that. Maybe you find a good financial planner or accountant, or somebody to help you figure this piece out in the future. Okay. Once again, like, I am just getting such awesome readings today. I feel like, work is a big theme going on right now, and it makes sense. There's a lot of just changes going on in the economy. In the world economy, it's not just the United States if you live in the United States. So, I think this is going to be a period of a lot of reshuffling. A lot of people just like questioning what they've been doing with their lives, and where they want to go next. Again, we come back to that shrew. Work hard for the things you want. It's ultimately on you. Yes, we need help. We can't do it alone. We cannot do it alone. But to put things into action, okay? To start that cascade of events that's going to get you where you want to go in life. Those decisions, those choices, they start with you and only you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. Once again, I am not a witch. My dog is not a whippet, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.